and then it'll break again, and then you will really hate it. You're gonna tell yourself, "This is it. I'm getting rid of this car." And you'll look at it like, "Oh, it's so cute," and you'll fix it again, and then you'll love it, and then it'll break again. It's just a rule. That's just how it goes. All right, it's gonna break, and you're gonna hate it, but then you'll like it again. Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel on this really cold Thursday morning. I thought it'd be fun to dive into 10 things you need to know about Mini Cooper ownership so you're not blindsided. Let's go ahead and get into it. Typically when I do a video on a certain car, either my Corvette or Mini, I like to have that car behind me, but my driveway is full of marble rock, so I can't get my Mini Cooper in here, so you get to stare at my Corvette as this being a Mini Cooper video, so enjoy. Also, I'm using a new camera today, so hopefully it looks better. Hopefully. So, no particular order, we'll start with number one. This is definitely an enthusiast car. You don't just own a Mini, you become a Mini. You become the brand. Congratulations, you're now a object. You objectified yourself as a Mini Cooper. And people that own Mini Coopers will now talk to you. So if you're an introvert, other Mini Cooper people will see you and say, "Hello, I too own a Mini Cooper." And now you talk to them about Mini Cooper stuff. That happens to me quite often, so just be ready for that. Yeah, you're now a car enthusiast. Congratulations. Number two, kind of like with number one, there are a set of rules, something like 20 rules you can find on the internet, and there's an actual legit list of things you're supposed to do as a Mini Cooper owner. Now it would be lazy for me to just list all of those and call it a day. I'll give you some cliff notes, what you're supposed to do when you own a Mini Cooper. But yes, people take this brand very seriously. You're supposed to do things like park next to Minis in a parking lot, put your flashers on to acknowledge fellow Mini drivers, use your little back window as a tail to wave at other Mini drivers, name your Mini Cooper. I have not named mine, so if you're watching this and you're upset, I'm sorry. My Mini Cooper doesn't have a name. It's called Mini Cooper. You're supposed to join Facebook groups and go to Mini Cooper meetups. Now, if you're curious, just Google the 20 rules of Mini Cooper ownership that are very specific and you won't be disappointed. All right, number three. And again, like I said, I could have just used all number two, called it a day, but that's not real life Mini Cooper ownership. Sooner or later, you're going to find yourself in financial distress because you're going to want to modify. Like any enthusiast car, you got to make it louder, you got to make it faster, and in Mini fashion, you got to make it smaller. Not really, they're already pretty tiny. But you will spend a lot of money on stupid, ridiculous mods, from aesthetic things to making it louder, like an exhaust, an intake, you name it, a tune, verbal tune, short shifter. Endless possibilities of stuff you can do to your Mini Cooper to make it more fun and make it your own. So be ready to spend money on stuff that you don't need for your car. Number four, it'll break. Your Mini Cooper will break down. This isn't, oh, it might, it will. And you're going to hate it, but then you'll get it fixed, and then you'll love it again, and then it'll break again, and then you will really hate it. You're going to tell yourself, "This is it. I'm getting rid of this car," and then you'll look at it like, "Oh, it's so cute," and then you'll fix it again, and then you'll love it, and then it'll break again. It's just a rule. That's just how it goes. All right, it's going to break, and you're going to hate it, but then you'll like it again. Number five. All right, it's called a Mini Cooper, but after a while, you will grow to hate how tiny it is. For instance, you got to pick up two grown adults from the airport. All right, let's assume you got a two-door, and you get there, and they both have two large suitcases. Guess who's getting an Uber? Your friends. That can be kind of annoying. If you do that kind of stuff often, I do recommend it as just one-year cars and have maybe a tiny truck as a backup or a larger sedan. But I have done videos in the past where me, my wife, and daughter with the stroller can go out comfortably, but it can be annoying sometimes just how tiny it is. So just be cognizant of that. And it's called a Mini Cooper, so I'm assuming you know that going into ownership. But yes, having a tiny car as your only driver can get quite cumbersome after a while. Number six, after driving a Mini Cooper, especially as a daily driver for a long time, driving any other car kind of sucks. These things, you have an expectation now how good a car should handle. I love Corvettes, but I also love a Mini Cooper. When I go from my Mini to my Corvette, it does not handle in turns nearly as well as my Corvette does, or any of the Corvettes I've owned, believe it or not. the Mini Cooper is a lot more fun on an on-ramp. I'll say it. We're going through twisties. It's more fun. This sounds a lot better in a straight line. It's more rewarding. But the Mini Cooper handling, hands down, the best car I've ever driven in that regard. It's going to make you hate any other car the way it handles. There it is. Number 7. The Mini Cooper, especially the S, seems fast. It is not. It's tiny, it's lightweight, it has the illusion of quickness in a straight line, but that's not its thing. Straight line performance and a Mini Cooper sucks. You're going to lose almost every race. It's fun, but you're going to be disappointed a lot. Now, maybe on an autocross, a lot of twisties, you got more of a chance. Straight line acceleration, you're going to lose almost everything. But it's still fun to try. So don't think you're going to get this car, unless you have like a GP, to just blowing the doors off things, because you're not. They're not fast on a straight line. It is what it is. Well, my Mini's got 170 horsepower. It's not a lot, but it's fun, because it's tiny and low. But it's fun. Alright, number 8. Non-Mini Cooper owners will give you the business. I feel like every car has kind of a stereotype. Mini Coopers do. A lot of my male friends will be like, oh, that's a girl car. And then they remember I drive Corvettes too, and that just really confuses them. And then they don't know what to think. And then I remember I get like combined 35 miles to a gallon in my Mini. So there's that. So yeah, people give you a hard time about Mini Cooper lifestyle. It is what it is. And until they drive one, they don't get it. And before I owned one, I was like, oh, Mini Cooper, that's pretty lame. But now that I own one, I'm like, yeah, these things are pretty cool. Yeah, they brake a lot, but they handle great, and they're a lot of fun. So yeah, people will give you the business, but you give them the business right back. Best way you can. Number 9. Although one of the rules of ownership to have a Mini Cooper is to wave at your Mini Cooper counterparts, don't expect it. Unlike Jeep Wrangler people or Corvette people where you wave 95% of the time, I've had my Mini Cooper for a year and a half, and I think I've gotten 2 waves. I'll wave because I think I'm supposed to, but I rarely get one back. It's weird because this culture goes really deep and they're really in it to win it. But when it comes down to it, nothing. So don't expect to wave every time, but maybe you can be the change to make that a common thing for everyone. Number 10, if you want to get longevity out of your Mini Cooper, because again, they break a lot, especially if you have a second gen, some quick tips. Change your oil, clean your carbon buildup, and keep your damn timing chain in mind. If the tensioner is going to become loose, you're going to jump a tooth, and you're going to grenade your engine. But that kind of goes with keep it lubricated. The better you keep it lubricated, the better off you're going to be. So change that damn oil, check that chain, and get ready to change coolant parts quite often. Just keep that in mind. You can keep that chain healthy, keep the engine lubricated, keep it cool, should be good to go. Well, alright guys, that was a fun list of 10 things you should know about Mini Cooper ownership. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun making this little video. So, alright guys, I'm going to go edit this and enjoy my day. Hopefully, I need to do a Corvette news. It's been like a month. There's so much stuff going on in the Corvette world. Crazy, you know. Alright guys, go enjoy your Thursday. I'll catch you guys next time. Mark out.